Hello, this is John Edwards of oceanliners.org. We're going to take a quick video tour through the Canadian Pacific exhibit at the Maritime Museum of British Columbia in Victoria, BC, Canada. Here we are. There you see the Canadian Pacific Steamship Company house flag as we enter the exhibit. Move on, we see some photographs and a set of whistles from one of the Canadian Pacific liners. Here we see a exhibit on the Islander, one of the first of the trio of ships, Great Lake ships that launched the Canadian Pacific line. And moving a little deeper into the exhibit, we see one of the many models, some of which are builder models and some of which were built for the exhibit. Here we see a display. First we see an artifact from the Princess Victoria, and here we see a display of a uniform of one of the Canadian Pacific Line's officers. Looks like a captain to me. Going further into the exhibit, we see some more of the models. Really a fantastic display. Here's a model of the Princess Marguerite, which was one of the Canadian Pacific vessels that sailed from Vancouver to Victoria and Seattle back in the early part of the 20th century. Here we see some of the stained glass from the Princess Louise, another Canadian Pacific liner that ended up as a restaurant ship in Los Angeles Harbor, where sadly it sank in San Pedro Channel back in 1990. See the house flag again for CP, a smaller model. Not quite sure which ship this is. Looks like one of the Princess ships. And actually, I guess it's the Empress. There you see another one of the larger models, and there, of course, is the Empress of Japan. Later, the Empress of Scotland. We have a separate video, a close-up tour of this model, which is really a wonderful piece of workmanship, as all of the models are here. If you ever make your way to Victoria, definitely worthwhile a stop at the Maritime Museum, which, as you can see, has plenty of exhibits on Canadian Pacific Line, which is only natural considering. You can also visit the Empress Hotel down on the waterfront, which is the hotel where passengers for the Canadian Pacific liners would stay before departing for points as far away as Hong Kong and Tokyo, Yokohama. Canadian Pacific truly had a major reach around the world as a shipping company, and you could sail all the way from London, take a Canadian Pacific train across Canada, end up in Vancouver or Victoria, and then continue in another Canadian Pacific liner over to the Far East. So they really had a major portion of the world covered, perhaps a larger scope of service scope than any other line, any other steamship line during the 20th century. So if you're ever in Victoria, it's definitely worthwhile to come to the Maritime Museum and have a look around. And Victoria itself is such a beautiful city. So anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching. John Edwards, oceanliners.org.